Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nilufar Azmi. You can call me Nilufar. I was born in Situbondo on the 30th of January in the year 2003. But now I am moving to Madura. I am 19 years old. My hobby is traveling and cooking. I am an alumni of the Al-Amin Islamic Boarding School. Now I will talk about my summary. Water cycle and liquid waste management. Water cycle. The water we enjoy now inherit water where the water that was used by the prophet Adam and the water is the same material because our one earth never replaced the earth and the quality of the water should change. We must pass the water to the next generation. And we as human who can think critically should be able to think about taking care of the water so that it can survive as before so that we can pass it to the next generation. Likewise, the processing of valley water is something that must be done, otherwise it will be a disaster. The water cycle is divided into four. The first, evaporation, the process in which water is on the sea, swam, river, and other evaporate due to heating from the sun. In this case, water is converted into water vapor or gas, so it can go up to the atmosphere. The second, transpiration. This process is similar to evaporation, it's just that this evaporation process occurs in the network of living things, such as plants. The third, condensation. The process by which water vapor in the atmosphere change into very small ice particle at low temperature, the ice particle get closer to each other, so they will come together as cold. The fourth, precipitation. When too much water is condensed, the water droplet in the cold become large and heavy to hold in the air and fall as rain, snow, or silt. And then liquid waste management. The effect that waste is a polluted water and polluted water itself is not directly allowed to be dumped directly into the environment, but must be processed first. Stage in liquid waste management. The first, inlet. Water enter the treatment process. The treatment is not mixed because the character or waste composition is different, namely domestic and industrial wastewater. The second, filtering. Filter waste so that there are no problem tipping. The third, equalization. Hold excessive amount of waste, sometimes combined with a uniform pool. The fourth, cooling. Just let it cool down. The fifth, biological erection pond, usually aided by microbe or decompose, putting air or oxygen. Microbe that decompose or aerobic microbe or require oxygen. There is a supply of nutrient added in the aeration pond to increase the microbe. The sixth clarifier to purify water. Separate between sediment and water. The seventh precipitation will be deposited between the sediment and the water. The eighth sand filter replacement of pure ion, then tied to sand. In the sand filter there is an abrasion event. The ninth legend or control. It is a ledge pond with tilapia in it. This pond is an indicator that if the tilapia is still good and not dead, then the water can be returned to the environment. The 10 water meter analysis of water whether it is feasible to be disposed of or not. Starting from the inlet where this inlet is a mixed filling hole. Usually it is instruments that water from office or household should not be mixed because it has a different character. Usually the way of processing is also distinguished. After the inlet, enter the filtering. This filtering is usually a filter for coarse and large ones so that they are not disrupted in the next process, and it is hoped that there will be no more large ones such as paper, plastic, or other solid material that might hinder the liquid waste management process. After that, it goes through the equalization pool where the equalization here is to accommodate the excessive amount of waste, meaning that in production process it is not always the same liquid that is released either in terms of quality or character in it. Equalization here means balancing. Next, entering the uniform pool might be different because the volume liquid waste products is large enough so that is parted here. Furthermore, it is cooled, or we can call it cooling pool, where the water is enough to be left alone, not ice cap. Next, enter the biological erection pond. What do you mean by the biological erection pond? Usually here added microbial decomps erection is contacting waste liquid with oxygen so that it's easily decomposes by utilizing sunlight where waste from inorganic compound is deposited as well as those using microbes. Namely aerobic microbes, when decomposing, they need oxygen so that organic waste becomes simple. Usually, when suspended, when it dissolves, it is more difficult to separate from water, but when it breaks down into simple compound, it will be easy to be perceived later. After biological erection, the next step is the clarifier pond. Clarifier is to clear or separate sediment and water by separating liquid from solid so that underneath will collect mud, which later this mud can be used in erection ponds. After the clarifier goes to the settling pond between solid and liquid. Note that after settling, it is brought back to the sand filter. In the sand filter, what usually happens in the absorption or replacement of ion that that are not well tied to the water and the condition that have entered the sand filter are of course clear. Then after the sand filter enter the legend and the control is usually a large pond and tilapia is given. It is open for livestock only, but as an indicator if, for example, that the fish can live, it means the water is good and treat. Next, the water meter means that the water it analyzes whether in its character is suitable for use or is it thrown away. The following is the result of my summary. Thank you very much for your great attention. If there is a wrong word, please forgive me. And if you have any question, please comment in the comment column. Okay, see you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.